show can be a little gay, but if you're not, that's okay. You can listen and have fun either way. Xena, Star Wars, Doctor Who, guests and music and reviews, Game of Thrones, Winona too. We promise there's something for you. She nerds out. We're girls that like nerdy things. Nerdy things.
Hello and welcome to the She Nerds Out podcast. I'm Kat.
I'm Wendy.
And this is Tara.
On today's episode, we have a very special guest. We talked to Romy Weltman, of course, who plays M on Revival, that sci-fi show that we're hoping gets a season 2. Mm-hmm. And on top of that, we're going to also do a little bit of nerd news. But you know what? To start us off,
I want to know what you did, Kat.
Oh.
Because it's This Week in Snooping. Yes, we're doing this first. Because you said something on our rundown, and I'm curious.
Yes, I'm very cryptic.
I want to know what you did.
What did you do?
What have you done?
Beginning of October, something really kind of scary happened, but there's a happy ending. Don't worry. So I was at work. I got a call that Leah, my wife, who I am married to.
Oh,
yeah.
Still? Okay.
Still. Mm-hmm. Fingers crossed. She rides her bike to work. She works at Universal a lot, where Wendy works as well.
Yeah, we still gotta meet up.
And she got in a little bike accident. Mm-hmm. So on the way to work, you guys know this, she hit some debris in the road, basically flew from her bike, landed in a big old, like, one of those, like, cast iron light poles that we got in Burbank.
Yeah, there's a lot of them that way.
They look
probably exactly
nice.
What route she took. Yeah,
you know exactly. They look nice, but boy, do they smarts. And so, but she's okay, busted up, a little bruised, still dealing with some stuff, but she's fine. No broken bones. 2 really nice people helped her to the urgent care that's right down the road from where she crashed.
Good.
Oh,
Strangers.
So sweet. Very nice people.
That's why I don't ride those bikes with skinny tires that go fast.
Yeah, you gotta be careful. And
where you're clipped in, the pedals.
Yeah, and Leah was. And Leah's been riding bikes for over 20 years. Like, she's a very experienced, very good rider, very safe rider.
Has she fallen like this before?
Never. First time.
Oh, wow.
And the urgent care doctor even said, like, you're very lucky, considering how old you are and how long you've been riding a bike, that this is the most serious accident you've been in. Very lucky. Because, Tara, you and I have around bike culture in LA. Yeah. You know plenty of people who've been really seriously injured on a bike.
It's insane. Yeah.
So you got to be really careful. Anyway, so I'm on my way to go to the urgent care to get her, and I pull up at a light, and I'm getting off the freeway. I won't say where, because then you'll know where I live. And I'm at the light. I'm like kind of really worried. I haven't seen Leah yet. I know she's okay, but you know how that is. Like, that's really scary. And someone behind me starts honking. Honk, honk. I'm like, are they honking at me? So I kind of look behind them, and they're like waving. I'm like, I don't know who this is. So I'm just like, I'm not in the mood for this. I'm just focused on my wife, Leah, who I'm married to. Mm-hmm. And then
we're married. I don't have time for this.
Yes.
Maybe if we were just dating.
Yeah, that's something else. Who cares? And so I'm kind of, again, lost in my thoughts. And then honk, 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 honk. Again, the same woman is like emphatically waving. I'm like, okay, does she should I know who this is? Is this a friend of mine? Like,
was it Gillian Anderson?
No.
Oh, okay.
It would have been a much better story. It's not Gillian Anderson.
So no.
But I'm like, is it my friend Kimber who moved away to Florida 10 years ago? Like, no, that doesn't make sense. I'm just like, hi.
How do we
kind
both
of
know
like
people named Kimber?
I don't know.
I know.
It's a great name.
Anyway, go ahead.
So I make my turn. They keep going the other way. I'm like, if it was somebody who really knew me and wanted to say hi, they would have followed me to the parking lot, right? But
right,
like, whatever. Weird. Just another weird thing that is going to happen today. Whatever. Cut to last week. I get some frantic text messages from Ann Hicks-Bleecker saying, she sent me a video from Instagram, and she said, "Is this you?" So I'm going to play you some audio.
Oh no.
Are you guys familiar with the podcast My Favorite Murder?
No.
Perfect. I think some of our listeners.
I feel like I've heard of it. Yeah.
Yeah, it's one of the biggest podcasts in the world. Some of our listeners are probably familiar. It's kind of one of the inspirations for me to get into podcasting.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I think I heard about it from you.
Probably
talking
yeah.
about
probably
podcasts you recommend.
Yeah. So I'm going to just play this clip for you guys.
A bumper sticker. I'd seen pictures
like
of
in the
bumper
wild
stickers.
on your own. Yeah,
exactly. So not from my own car.
Yeah.
And so I pull up, and it's SSGGM on the right side in the little talking bubble, and on the left side there's just a sticker of Bigfoot. And I was like, "This is my person. This is my friend I've never met before." And I'm just sitting there, and I was like, "Honk honk," just like that. Yeah. And the person, I was looking at them through their own rear view mirror. And they kind of weren't turning around. So I think they were just like, why is this asshole honking at me? So then I was like, honk, 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 honk. And I rolled my window down, just stuck my arm and my whole head out the window. And I was like that. And they were like, they kind of look horrified.
Really, like, I borrowed my best friend's car, and I don't know who this woman is who's waving her whole body. She must be another person who loves that fucking podcast.
Or loves Bigfoot. Or loves
Bigfoot.
Loves
But did it dawn?
I think so.
Right.
I think at the end.
Well, if you have a SSDGM sticker and you're in Burbank, like...
Hey, what's up?
Was that you? Let us know.
It was, let us know, but also it was really exciting.
So guys, that was me.
That's awesome.
Oh my gosh.
Karen Kilgariff of the My Favorite Murder podcast honked at me in Burbank.
Oh, that's
my
awesome.
And I have never been so excited in my entire life.
Oh,
Did
that is
you-
so cool. At like the worst possible timing, but like
Yes.
awesome.
Did you let her know?
Yeah, so I wrote into the podcast, and actually, it turns out, oddly, I know someone who's working with them right now.
Oh.
So Anne posted, so this was on Instagram, so Anne posted, commented on this clip saying, I think I know who this is. I'm texting her right now. Hold on. And so then I jumped on and said like, hey, this is actually me. I can't believe this is Karen. This is so crazy. And then the whoever runs their Instagram page, like DM me like, really, this is you? I'm like, yep, that's me. And then so I wrote into their website saying, hey, this is my side of that story.
Did you send them a picture of your back of your car?
I
proof.
did not.
Oh, okay.
If they ask for it, I will. And then I get another message from my friend Lisa, who's like, hey, is this really you? That's so funny. I'm like, yeah. She's like, I'm actually working with them right now. I'm helping them produce. They're shooting some of their live shows right now. She's like, I'm actually helping them produce this. Like, so oddly,
Nice.
she's like, okay, well, let me let them know that I know you. I'm like, okay, cool. So I'm hoping something, maybe they read my story on the thing. I don't know. So we'll see. This is to be continued. But that's like so fucking funny. Incredible. I mean, I love Karen Kilgariff. Like, to even have just spoken to her for like a minute would have
That's
been huge.
awesome.
But I
Yeah.
thought she was just some weirdo.
At least she could recognize that could potentially have been your reaction.
Totally.
Yeah.
Yes.
That
Exactly.
was a good story. That was
Yeah.
fun.
That was
Oh,
a great
thank
story.
you.
That
And
was a
that
fun story.
people is why you put your nerdy stickers on your car.
That's
It's
right.
how we signal each other.
You never
That's what
know.
I say. You
It's
gotta
like when I
know who
see
your
people with Star
are.
Trek stickers or other like Firefly, whatever.
You never know.
Yeah.
What was the other sticker you had besides Bigfoot?
Who, me?
Yeah. What was the other?
It's the
bumper?
SSDGM. It's
it
the
was
stay
their-
sexy, don't get murdered. That's their motto.
Oh my gosh! So it's literally their.
Yeah, it
oh
was
my
their
gosh.
sticker. Yeah. And thank you to Anne for seeing that and letting me know that Karen honked at me.
That is so funny. Wow. What a small world.
Yeah, small world, huh? Burbank.
That is fun.
Yeah.
All right. Well, now I mean that's kind of good news. That was fun. But I have a good news story with a twist, because the twist is it's actually our nerd news story. Diane Keaton. And while yes, her death is tragic, Diane Keaton's life was good news. So you know what? Instead of just talking about how sad we are that she passed on the previous Saturday to our recording at 79 years old, the good news was that Diane Keaton was awesome and she made everybody's lives better. She made the world a happier place. So we're celebrating Diane Keaton, not
Love
just
that.
mourning her, because believe me, I mourned. I got a text from my friend Stephanie on Saturday, and it said Diane Keaton WTF, and I thought she either just announced that she was a giant Trump supporter.
Oh boy.
She passed away. I literally had no idea. Like she said something ridiculously horrible, which I couldn't imagine. Or she passed. And I looked it up and I was like, son of a bitch. And believe me, that I don't think Diane Keaton may be in my top 5 movie people. And I don't even know if I truly understood that till she passed. I can't say like she's not someone I went and saw every movie she made and rushed out to go see a Diane Keaton movie, but she was one of those people that was one of a kind, legit. And every Diane Keaton movie I saw, I wanted to dress like her for at least a couple weeks after because she was like, I mean, icon is an overused word. She was an icon.
She was.
In so many ways.
Went into her book signing and saw her?
Months after I moved to Los Angeles, I saw somewhere on Instagram, I think, that Diane Keaton was doing a book signing of her book, California Romantica, which is like architecture pictures that she's taken.
Beautiful.
You know. She loved homes and photography, and she had so many interests. And so I thought, wait a minute, I can go meet Diane Keaton? This is what you do when you move to LA? You just go down to a local bookstore and meet people like Diane Keaton? So I'm like, I'm not that great driving around LA yet, but gosh darn it, I got to do this. So I hauled off. I don't even remember what bookstore, but it was somewhere in the innards of LA that I don't normally go to.
Probably like the Grove or something.
No,
Terrible.
it was some little independent bookstore.
Oh, that's nice.
I mean, it was decent size, but it was but anyway, but I looked it up, and apparently the owner could be a little curmudgeon. So I was trying to be very well behaved, but I bought her book and I went up and I met her, and I think I said something about that I just moved there, and what do you for what, why? And I said I work in TV news. Oh, what station? She was as delightful as you would ever expect Diane Keaton to be. She was charming. She talked to you like, you matter to me. What's your life? And I didn't get a pic because it was one of those where they weren't really saying, oh yeah, let's everybody get their the family in front of me, like a couple of people up, had taken like a big photo. I'm like, but I don't know, they might know her. And like I said, the owner was right there, and I'm like, I don't know, he's kind of a jerk from what I hear. So I didn't ask for one. It's not like everybody in line was like signature photo thing. So I'm just like, I don't want to ruin the experience by getting yelled at.
Right.
So, but I talked to her. She signed my book, and
that's awesome.
And I was thinking back at there are Diane Keaton moments that are big moments in my film life. Obviously, the end of First Wives Club, which is one of my favorite
watched it
movie
10 times
at
since
least.
She died.
Yes.
I can't stop watching it. It's so good.
She had an amazing moment in Marvin's room where she talks about all the love she's had, and Meryl's like, yes, you've been very loved. And she's like, no, I got to love them. I got to love so many people. I was like, oh God, she was so excited about the love she had to give. And that melted me. And then watching her dance on Instagram to Miley Cyrus Flowers, that I literally had tears and smiles at the same time. Because if you haven't watched it, it's adorable. And it was a big thing when she did it a couple of years ago. But she's just dancing in her yard to flowers. And it's adorable. So that was my Saturday. It literally threw my Saturday off track. Just diving into Diane Keaton stuff.
And we had a Dolly Parton scare.
Oh, God.
That's good news that it was just a scare, because her sister said, we need prayers for Dolly. And everybody was like, what's wrong with Dolly?
Yeah,
and then Dolly had to come make a statement that she was alive and proof of life. So that's good news.
God, I think atheists started praying.
Yeah.
Her sister may have gotten a little ahead of herself, and then Dolly's like, what did you do? People think I'm dying.
Oh, God.
Oh, my God.
I mean, I think it's a general consensus that if Dolly were to pass away, this country would fall.
Well, she's the same age as I didn't realize that Diane Keaton was 79. I think Dolly's right around there, too.
Yeah, Diane apparently, for the last, since like spring, something had been going on. Her health apparently declined very rapidly. She closed ranks. She'd put her house out on the market. But I think that I just read that they'd taken it back off. But she pretty much started just having only her very closest friends and family around her. Because they haven't said what she'd passed of, but she had a heads up. And she was 79. She wasn't old enough to just die because she was old,
Yeah.
So she had something going on.
Well, it's very sad, but you're right. We should celebrate,
Yeah.
and we will celebrate her and her
they-
work and her being a cool person.
They are releasing her Annie Hall and Something's Gotta Give in theaters. I think AMC is putting it back in theaters Friday for a week. So I might have to go see Something's Gotta Give because I did really like that movie.
Have you seen Baby Boom?
No.
You know what? That's one of her quintessential films, and I think I've seen it, but it's been a really long time.
For some reason, I think my parents must have liked it. I've seen that movie so many times, and it's kind of like I was a kid. It came out in '87, so
I remember the cover.
Yeah, her holding the baby. It's so cute. It's so sweet. It's like prime quintessential Diane Keaton. For some reason, that is like one of her movies that I've probably seen the most, next to First Wives Club.
Yeah. You know what? I remember when Baby Boom came out. I guess it was the church I went to, but it was like, this is not a good movie. It's talking about how women can be single mothers and you need a husband and you need a father figure. And I was like, ooh, that's a bad movie. I don't know. It was the 80s.
God forbid.
Yeah, I feel like I need to watch Baby Boom. I saw that
really cute.
A lot of people's favorite. Like, this is, if you're going to the highlights of Diane Keaton, that was up there.
It's a really sweet movie.
She was just beloved by everyone that ever met or worked with her. It seems like she seemed like a total goofball in a good way, and it just. She was who she was. And I might go see Annie Hall. I've seen it. It's been a while. Yeah, I want to rewatch Manhattan Murder Mystery. That's a lesser known film, Woody Allen film that she did. And
that's fun.
And a long time ago, it was in my top 10 films of all time. I don't know why. It's since fallen out. I haven't watched it in a billion years.
Yeah.
But
I think seeing Annie Hall in the theater would be really fun.
Yeah.
She was in The Godfather?
Yes. Yeah. She was huge in The Godfather. She was
I've never seen The Godfather.
Al Pacino's wife.
Yeah. Oh. That was sort of her first big part, right, Wendy?
It was. I mean, I don't know.
It was one of her first movies.
Yeah. She looks like a baby in that movie.
And they talk about her expression at the very end of The Godfather and how that's the last shot of The Godfather and how it's perfect. Like the whole ending kind of rested on her expression and it nailed it. I feel like I could. I think I watched Godfather 2 on Easter one year, which is a weird day to watch something like The Godfather, but
whatever.
It's been a while. I've never seen the third one because I heard it was bad. I probably should do a rewatch of the first two.
It's insane that The Godfather is 53 years old.
Yeah, 1972.
Yep.
That's crazy.
Well,
that means Diane was 26-ish, 25, 26 when she did that.
And then Annie Hall was 77. So wow, she has an incredibly long film catalog. Like her first, according to IMDb, her first film was in 1970. Incredible.
Well, I mean, she was 79 years old. She's been doing this for a while. She was a dog person. She loved her dogs. That's one of the things her neighbor said. They would see her walking her dogs every day, talking to them. And they stopped seeing her do that. And that's...
Father of the Bride. That's
yes. Yes. Trying to think of any obscure, Manhattan Murder Mystery. But yeah, she's one that you could look at her film credits and think, oh, wow, I didn't realize she was in this. I forgot she did this. But yeah, she was, just seems like a great person. So glad I got to meet her. Incredible. Like, she's as big of a film star as you can possibly get. I mean, she wasn't out there doing Marvel movies, but she was very prolific. She had different roles, different films, tons of films. She was famous just for being herself.
Drama.
Hats. I was going to get my hat and wear for this segment, but I forgot.
Yes.
But yeah, just her
fashion icon.
Yeah.
Honestly.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. It's interesting. My friend texted me about how many articles about her passing. They're all like, she never married. Like, that's the one thing people would focus on. Why have you never married? She's like, I don't want to. Yeah, she had her thing. She adopted a couple kids in her 50s. She had, relationships with lovers, but she had lovers.
She took a lover or two.
But yeah, everybody would be like, so why have you never married? He's like, I'm sure she got sick of hearing that.
That's an obnoxious question.
Like, leave it alone. Who cares?
Fuck
she
off.
was who she was. That's one of the reasons I think she was so iconic and she was so beloved. Like, she just, I don't care. I'm Diane Keaton. I do what I want.
Do what I want.
To Diane Keaton, true true, absolutely true legend. And
They're here.
I am very sad that she has gone and so suddenly.
Yeah.
And speaking of death, why not transition to another death? Lesser known, but Drew Struzan. Am I saying that right? I don't know. Struzan. If you don't know the name, look him up. He has probably done a film poster of one of your favorite movies. Spielberg once said that he was his favorite movie artist, and he said he had to almost live up to the art that he made for the poster, live up the art that he was going to have to ask him to create for the poster. Any like Star Wars, Goonies, Harry Potter, Indiana Jones, Back to the Future. I mean, if you just Google Drew Struzan movie posters,
Yeah.
it's
wild.
Endless. It is endless
Yeah.
how many posters he created.
Yeah, and to look at some of these posters and to know that he drew them by hand.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Incredible.
Hocus pocus, Tara.
I never even thought of those being. I just thought they were taken from pictures and kind of made to look hand drawn. Huh.
Yeah, what an incredibly talented artist, obviously, but just incredible. Yeah.
He passed away 78. Alzheimer's complications.
God.
Awful. It's not fun. But I think I had heard he was sick, but I don't know that. Obviously, I guess I don't know what the last poster he drew was.
Yeah, good question.
Let me find out. Last poster.
Yeah, even just looking at Harry Potter and Sorcerer's Stone, it doesn't. To me, I just thought they were, just like stylized photos. I did not realize that those were hand drawn. Interesting.
Yeah, incredible.
Somebody called
Muppet
him
Christmas Carol.
Someone called him
Hook,
the John Williams of movie posters, which is
honestly,
which is true.
I think that is a very fair comparison.
Yeah, that's and I think he retired a while back, so I don't know what his last poster would have been, but it's just sad that And here's the scary thing: is somebody pointed out these people that were very big in the 70s, 80s, kind of, and I'm scared to death for John Williams, John, George, they're all, definitely John Williams is like 91 or 2. Deaths are no longer going to keep being like the actors from the 40s and 50s that we kind of knew, but sort of knew, but didn't really know. Like they're going to start being the people
that we love
all
and
the
care
time,
about.
that we love and care about.
That we grew up watching and
Yep.
yeah, brutal, man.
That was a fun, sad, depressing way to start our podcast. But we're celebrating their lives. We're celebrating their lives.
Yes, their lives and their works.
Because their work will live on
Yes.
for all.
Well, we can celebrate the premiere date of the new Starfleet Academy series.
Here we go.
There you go.
Yes, that's good news.
We'll turn that frown upside down. On January 15th, 2026, you can watch the new Star Trek Starfleet Academy on Paramount Plus with Robert Picardo. I'm very excited to see. I don't know how big of a role he plays, but I like that he's still around from Voyager, the Doctor.
Yeah, for sure. It's kind of fun to see him pop up in the trailer.
Mm-hmm.
Some familiar faces.
Well, I guess you can also see freaking Stephen Colbert. That's what the thing says. Stephen Colbert joins series. Or is that a different Stephen Colbert? Is that not Stephen Colbert?
I don't know. I have no idea.
It says
His voice. At least his voice.
his voice. Well, yes, his voice.
Okay.
Sorry, his voice.
Colbert will voice Starfleet Academy's digital dean of students, giving daily announcements to the students and alerting them of anything that needs their immediate attention. That's fun.
How does that come about? Is he friends?
He must be a Star Wars fan, I'm guessing.
Or a Star Trek cat.
Sorry.
Did you know there's a difference between Star Trek and Star Wars cat?
Is there?
Are you familiar with the two?
Is there a difference?
Yes,
There's a
a
lot
big
less
difference.
war in Star Trek than there is in Star Wars.
I made I
faux pas.
spoke. I made a
boo-boo.
faux pas. I made a boo boo, guys. Apologize for my boo boo.
But you do have some Star Wars news.
Yes. Okay. You know what? Thank goodness for books, because Leia Organa lives on. In a new book has been announced.
Is it called Running from Obi-Wan?
No.
Stop it.
How dare you? It's by author Madeline Rowe. I think that's how you say her name. And it's her first Star Wars novel. And
Oh,
she
boy.
is
Nothing like a first timer.
Wendy.
I guess, has she written other books or just
Yes,
this? Okay,
of course
all
she's
right.
written other books.
Okay. I
Wow.
mean, everybody's got to have a first book.
Judgment there.
I don't know. I want to know I'm in good hands with an author.
She is writing a new chapter in the Skywalker saga, which explores what it means to carry on the tradition of the Jedi Order. So it's going to be our two main characters in this book are going to be Princess Leia Organa and Rey Skywalker.
Okay.
And
so in the timeline, it takes place kind of around the first, second of
Between
new
9
movies?
and 10.
Okay.
Wait. No, 8 and 9. 8 and 9. Sorry, I don't know my Roman numerals.
it's hard. It's gonna be
It's hard.
hard.
Between Last Jedi and Rise of Skywalker.
Okay.
She also is a huge Star Wars fan. Thank God. She has a deep love for Leia Organa, and some of her earliest childhood memories of watching the original Star Wars films is Princess Leia. She says, I'm such a Princess Leia freak. She's a very formative character, and then Carrie Fisher became kind of a personal idol for my whole life. I think that happened to a lot of people, including me.
Wow. Yeah.
So it sounds like we're in good hands with this author and treating Leia the way she deserves to be treated, and not like a sidelined character that happened in a lot of the movies.
She can do more than just run.
She can do more than just run and have funny hair. So
Someone
I'm
said
looking
they
forward to
hope
this.
she teaches Ray some hair styling tips.
I'm sure she does. That'll be fun. This book is dated to be released on July 28th, 2026. So I think maybe we'll be reading that.
I'm
Maybe
gonna
we'll do
read
a little- Yeah, we'll do a little summer reading book
You know
clubby
why?
thing.
You know why?
Why?
Because it's about two females. And stupid Twitter right now, there's a whole like boisterous boys like Star Wars ladies and romance, because there was another book announced called Eyes Like Stars. It's a YA romance novel. Bestselling author Ashley Poston writing the first official Star Wars romance novel.
Interesting.
Called
YA
Eyes Like
romance?
Stars. I think
Okay.
someone said it was YA. Yeah, young adult novel. Features a couple in search of their happily ever after in the galaxy far, far away. This charming young adult romance, set about a year and a half before Star Wars The Force Awakens, features all new characters, a mysterious artifact, and the fearsome First Order. So the dumb loser fanboys are like, what? This isn't Star Wars. Because, Star Wars is only one thing and one thing only.
It's not
and
for you.
Exactly.
You don't have to read it. Don't fucking read
Exactly.
it, dummies.
It's to introduce new people.
Don't make romances for girls. So anyway, I don't know if I'm going to read that because, it is a young adult novel
It's only
about
because they have,
romance. So
it's like they
It's
can't
not
get a
for me.
girlfriend or anything, and
Exactly.
They
They're
don't
jealous.
understand what
They don't think
romance
anyone
is.
in the Star Wars universe should.
But I am going to read the Legacy Rey and Leia book because, gosh darn it, I want to read nice things in Star Wars.
Yeah, and frankly, there's so much to Princess Leia's story that they can explore.
I would love to. Yeah.
There's a great book about, I forget the name of it. It's part of the it's canon, and I'm bringing it up right now. It's basically, the cat is out of the bag. People find out that she is the daughter of Vader. So this has been a secret. They haven't told anybody. Bloodline, great book.
Oh, I've
by
heard of that.
Claudia Gray. And so it's basically she's having to. It's detrimental to her political career. It's a great book, and we learned that because she killed Jabba the Hutt, this one race of people refer to her as the Hutt Slayer, which I think is so cool because it is like that moment is so cool. She kills Jabba the Hutt, and she's wearing this very skimpy
Yeah.
bikini, But at the same time, she's killing this huge, powerful thing, and for her to be known for that in the galaxy, I think was really fucking cool twist. So that's a great book too, Bloodline. So no, I think this is a great way to explore some of the characters that didn't get a ton of backstory or a lot of missing pieces along the way. So no, this is great. Keep them coming.
Riff, reading is fundamental.
Boom.
You got to be able to remember that one.
Well, you know what else is fundamental?
No.
Romy.
Yes.
Romy!
So, because it is kind of like spooky October, and Revival's kind of a spooky show. What better way to spend next couple of episodes than talking to some of the people who made Revival come to life? So this week we got to talk to Romy Weltman, who plays M in Revival. And let's talk to Romy. Today we're hanging out with the incredible Romy Weltman. You know her most recently as the beautifully complicated Revival's M. Please welcome Romy Weltman.
Hello, thank you so much.
Welcome to the Snop.
Thank you.
So, you and I got to talk together a few weeks ago, so some of these questions might seem a little familiar, but to start off, what was your first impression of M when you read the script?
Ooh, not to steal your words, but I thought, what a beautifully complicated person. And I think that, as a young woman, I don't always find that people write the best characters that I find are super complex and relatable. And I read the audition sides for M and I was like, oh, this is written perfectly. This is a real human. And sometimes you don't always relate so quickly. And I just felt like I saw so much of myself and so many people I love in this character. And that's what I think really drew me into her. But seriously, you put it perfectly. What a beautifully complicated individual this is. And to just get into her mindset seemed like such a challenge, but also so simple at the same time.
Awesome.
Well, I had no reference to the comic before I started watching the show. I think I read the first issue. So I got to a certain point where I saw, oh, okay, she's revived. But I loved your character's journey through the show and everything. And you also had some pretty fantastic fight scenes. So was there any particular one that was like more challenging or more difficult, or which one was your favorite? Like how was that doing the fight scenes during the show?
No, that's such a great question. I love chatting about it. I'd say probably the most difficult one was ironically the end of episode 1, the barn scene. That was the first time that we did stunts on set, or at least that I was a part of, I shouldn't say at all. But I think it might have been the first real stunt day for everyone. So it was the first time working with Max White, who was our incredible coordinator, having a bunch of doubles of people on one day. So it was just a lot of chaos, but beautiful chaos. So that was probably one of the toughest ones. And then one of the more exciting ones, which that was also really exciting, obviously, and holding the scythe was one of the coolest. I remember I got really emotional and I was like, oh, this is really happening.
Wow.
And it's the image on the comic and you just feel like everything's hitting you at once. But working with Phil Brooks, also known as CM Punk, working with a real wrestler was just so cool. And he was really game to have me do as much as possible because he trusts himself so much. But he is also a fan of the comic. So he kind of came in being like, I want to make M look like the coolest, most badass person possible. Like, you got to earn killing me here. And I loved that. And I loved working with him. He's also just one of the most amazing people that I now luckily get to call a friend. But he's just so kind. And he taught me so much about myself and what I'm capable of. And I think that was just a really cool, surreal day that I constantly pinch myself thinking about, especially because, and I told Phil this, he made me cool with a lot of my friends. Like, a lot of my friends don't necessarily, they're used to what I do, which is good. They're like, yeah, your job's cool, but you're Romy. That's fine. Like, wait, you worked with CM Punk? Tell me everything. And I just was really excited that I got to tell people he's as cool as he seems. And he really is the best in the world.
Incredible.
How is that I never really thought about, like, if you're an actor, you're doing stunts, especially potentially, and I know you have stunt doubles, but you really got to like and trust your stunt coordinator and their team to make sure you're safe. How do you meet them at all before that first day where you're like, all right, here you go. Here's the stunt coordinator. Here's what you're going to do. Or do you have any prep time with them before the shoot?
I did meet Max, I think, in passing, who was our coordinator in the office, and we chatted about a few things. We talked a lot about the fight with Phil and all the Czech brothers quite a bit throughout, because we knew that there were a lot of changes also just because of timing. But we knew that that was going to be the very big change for M in the storyline and how important it was. And we knew that we were potentially working with Phil Brooks, and that was really exciting, obviously, too. Um, but yeah, a lot of it on Revival was very day of. But lots of discussions beforehand, especially when it came to, because that's considered stunts, of course, but the drowning sequence, which I actually haven't spoken too much about. That's because it was right at that's all shown at the end. But the drowning stuff was heavily discussed beforehand because we knew we didn't have a lot of time for that. So that was all discussed before, but I did have a wonderful stunt double, Chanel Hunter, and she is just remarkable, and she made me look so badass. So whenever she was on set, I was like, phew, I just sit here and make you look at you making me look great.
Yeah.
I like to give her as much credit as possible because she is just a remarkable human being as well.
How much of that drowning scene is you as opposed to your stunt double?
So all the underwater stuff is completely me. Nobody was able to, they had a stunt double and then they realized, oh, there's no real way to work around this being anyone else but Romy because they needed my face underwater. But the big one in the creek, when you see Aaron really drowning somebody and it's a big wide shot, that wasn't me. I think they wanted to try using me as much as possible, but it was in November and we shot all that creek stuff on the same day. And I got very, very, very cold and I was more, but I think they were like, just for safety purposes, let's use a stunt for this. And then the underwater stuff was all done in a kiddie pool, actually.
Really?
Oh, wow.
I was going to ask if it was like a big tank, but it sounds like that's amazing.
It was a big kiddie pool, for like a kid's birthday party. Let me be clear.
Sure.
And it was actually shot. All of that stuff was really shot in Lester's home because it was the darkest place and the easiest place for them to kind of match everything. So that was really cool. And I was really shocked with the challenge of getting drowned. I went in very oblivious. I was like, I love swimming and I love acting, so why not mix the two? Yeah, no, apparently getting drowned is different than swimming.
Yeah, I think it's the opposite of swimming. You're trying swimming, you're trying not to drown. So
Yeah. But it was really fun, and I never felt more accomplished than those days of any water work, just because I was like, oh wow, this is real stuff that I've always wanted to do, and it's not easy, but it's something that I don't know. You go home and you're like, I get to pat myself on the back and maybe have some sushi tonight.
I've earned it.
I've
It's a good
earned
day
it.
at work. Well, I was going to ask about non-fight scenes, about if there was one that was the hardest to shoot, either physically, technically, or emotionally. But it sounds like that was probably a strong contender for that.
Yeah, that would
That
probably
scene.
be a strong contender. And then I always go back to that scene with Patty in the cell.
Yeah,
When Em is kind of going through a bit of a psychosis and sees her mom.
great scene.
I think on paper that one scared me the most, but on the day took a life of its own the most too. I just think it really affected me as a reader, and I knew that I really wanted it to affect the audience as much as it affected me. So then you put like a weird pressure on yourself as the actor. You're like, well, you better make people feel things. And then I was like, there's no pre-planning with this. It's all got to be working with Laura Jean and Gia, who plays Nithya and Patty. And they were just like, that stuff can't be done without the proper people around and without a safe set. So it was very rewarding as well. But that was a tough one too.
So speaking of sort of getting into the emotions of the character, it's a very there's the family drama going on, there's the supernatural, and then there's this murder mystery. So there's a lot going on in any given scene, right? Like you're kind of surrounded by insanity. So how do you keep your character grounded and real in those moments when, you know, there's just insanity going on around this person?
Yeah, no, that's such a good question. I feel like for me, especially because we were shooting 5 episodes at a time,
Which is insane in its own.
I've never done that before. I've done 4 maximum, but also on comedies, which is still difficult in its own way because you're following the story with the comedy, but it is about the pacing versus the little story points. So with this one, I really just made my own little cheat sheets where I had following my character from each script, specifically just M's storyline.
Yeah.
And it would just be purely focused on her. And I think the biggest thing as an actor that I try to remind myself as much as possible is my job is to really just show off the relationships. The rest is obviously teamwork, and that's where the beautiful set decorations come in and the props and the special effects and the prosthetics and stuff on our set. But I think the biggest thing is remembering that these are people who are facing real life problems. And even though they might seem insane to us, there's very real stuff happening underneath. So when you just peel the layers and you just focus on what's in the middle, I think that's the most important thing. I don't know if that really answered the question, but I used a weird analogy.
No, that makes sense.
Yeah, I thought they did a good job of bringing home. This is an insane situation. I mean, for now, who knows what the future holds in America? Who knows? Maybe this is something that will actually happen. But to keep it more grounded in the relationships and the characters, and a sort of realistic response to the emotional toll of something like this taking place. Just real quick, like you mentioned, shooting 5 episodes at a time, all in one thing. Did you feel? Because I know as a watcher, I remember when we got to episode 6. Just watching that, I felt like something feels different, like in a good way. Like it feels like there's a shift in either the direction or the tone or something, like when a different director took over. Did you feel, was there a difference on set as far as the first 5 to the second 5, or did it feel pretty continuous or pretty similar?
Felt pretty similar for the most part in the sense of like the crew and the cast just being the same. The one difference being our directors, but both of our directors were just so easy to work with from my experience that it made things very simple as the actor. Of Amanda, who did the first 5, was so wonderful in helping me find who M was at her core and helping establish these relationships. She's the one that stressed this is about relationships for you more than anything. That's your job here. And she really helped me track everything with Rhodey and even with Dana, because for those first 5 episodes, there's so much distance built within M. And then Samir came in and he helped really find M's confidence and newfound strength and newfound resilience that nobody quite guessed would come. I think in the first 5 episodes, we knew, and I always knew that Em had this strength in her, but it was a matter of for her to find it and really to find it. And he also, it was really fun because when Samir came in, I got to work a lot more with Andy McQueen, who plays Ibrahim, and I kind of got to work with different characters. With Amanda, it was very helpful because I was often with the family members of the Cypress family. So yeah, it was definitely different in terms of timing and pacing. And also I think the back 5 episodes had a lot more extreme stunt coordinations and fight sequences and stuff like that. So there's a lot more going on in that sense, but I think it really helped to build the first 5 and to set the tone and find these relationships and then amp it up even bigger. So I was really fortunate that I just love Amanda and Samir so much. We got very lucky.
Well, speaking of your family, you've got quite a big sister on the show, who we all know and love, Melanie. What was it like working with her? How amazing was it? What did you learn from her? I mean, it's talk about having a good big sister in the sense of the show and in real life, having her play the big sister. How was that?
Oh, she's the best. I was actually really thinking about her today because it's Canadian Thanksgiving.
That's right. Oh my God. Happy Thanksgiving. We're such assholes. American assholes.
Oh, please don't be. I was gonna say I don't often do something for Thanksgiving, so that's really not a big deal. But last year I went to Melanie's in New Brunswick and she cooked a turkey dinner and had me over with her and her kids and her husband, and it was just, and her dog, of course. Forget. And it was just the best time. And we did arts and crafts, and Big Games made candy salad. So
Oh wow.
I was really thinking about her today. And I mean, I say this all the time, but I'll just be repetitive. She's the lead of leads. Like as a young woman who's never really had the opportunity before to play this big of a role, I was just so relieved I got to do it standing next to Mel. She held my hand the whole way through. She I'll talk about her on set first, but she sets the tone perfectly. She makes everyone feel safe and loved and know that they have an advocate for her, which is really important, especially as the lead and an executive producer on the show. She's just like somebody that you want to go give a hug to after a long day. She's just that person that makes everyone feel so seen. And she had a tough job on this one. Like her dialogue was crazy. And then on top of that, she's just like the best human ever. She's better than you could even expect. And that's what I tell people. And I'm like, I'm sorry. I wish I could tell you otherwise, but she's just better than you'd expect. And yeah, she's just so cool and nice. And she is another big sister to me in my life. And she's somebody I really turn to for advice, both in the industry, but more than that, in real life. Like, she's such a people's person, and she's honest and she's caring, and she's not going to just tell you what you always want to hear, which I find really important and I really value in a friend. And then she's so cute. Like at the end of the show, she got me a little something that said Cool Sisters Club, and she also got my real life big sister one too. So she's like a very inclusive person, and she knows that she wants to be my sister's sister as much as she wants to be my sister. So she's just so cool like that. And with that, it's also my big sister's 30th birthday. So I just want to shout out Stacey and wish her a happy 30th birthday.
What a big day.
What a big day for everyone. So just while we're talking about sisters, I might as well mention her. But Melanie, and even my big sister knows, I think she used to get a little like, okay, I know Melanie sounds really cool, but I'm here too. And then she watched the show and she was like, oh no. Then she spoke to Mel on the phone and she was like, she texted me being like, can I be her friend? And I was like, yeah, of course. And then she watched the show. My sister goes, I know you're supposed to be my favorite character, but I just love Dana. She's so funny. Mel is so good. And then she always talks about Mel. And she's like, nobody can do humor like Mel does. And my sister has a really dark humor type of vibe, like very much like Mel and like Dana, and very satire. And I think she really resonated with Mel and Mel's performance. So
Has your sister watched Winona Earp yet?
no, but I told her she has to.
She has to. That's full blown Mel. Like you gotta, yeah.
I've really said so. My sister's not a big TV watcher. She doesn't love to commit to TV, but she said when she's done that, she's currently watching Breaking Bad also, which I'm watching too, and I've blown by her. She said she'll watch it next.
Okay, good. Yeah, if she likes Mel in Revival, look out.
Great. I know. I had a lot of friends start Winona Earp after Revival too, because they were like, I need more Mel in my life.
Yeah,
I was like, I don't blame you at all. Totally. I get her in my life. I'm just, I get to
So what, this show is kind of, again, a mix of all these different things happening at once, and on any given day you're either drowning or you have a very emotional family drama scene. Did you face any sort of new acting challenges or experiences while filming the show that you haven't experienced in prior jobs?
Yeah. I'd say, I mean, not to sound too repetitive, but yeah, like the water stuff, I've never been in the water. I've never had an opportunity to play a character so physically strong either. In the past, I've played strong characters like on a movie Terror Train that I got to work on with Tim Rose on. So that's my little connection with Mel.
Nice.
And I'm such a fan of his too. But that's for the Earpers out there. I got to play a very, no spoilers, but a very crazy character on that one. But even then, there was always something that I had to hold or have to feel more in power, just because there were no supernatural elements to it. So just realistically, whoever I was trying to hurt, I wouldn't be able to without holding a knife or a gun or something like that.
Right.
TV world, promise.
Yeah, of course.
So I think stuff like that was definitely challenging. But then the emotional bits too, like like that stuff with Patty. I don't think I've ever had the opportunity to go that far on set before. Or, I mean, it sounds crazy, but I've never done drugs on camera. I've vaped. I maybe smoking a cigarette, but I've never done drugs. So even like the process of the second episode, I think there's a bit of a montage of Em in the bathroom trying to get high. That stuff really excites me just because creatively seeing all these units come together on set and create so awesome was just really cool. So I think getting to play a character closer to my own age and living real life experiences that maybe I know people who have been through, or I've experienced my own versions of them, but really getting to go further with it. Also, just knowing that the stuff needed to be so raw and real, and not performed really, but really felt. That was the really cool opportunity of just getting to feel all of these feelings at once in one day and move so quickly too. So it was challenging in that sense of I've never had the opportunity to be on set so consistently and put up to these challenges versus coming in here and there with the challenge.
So but to that drug scene really quickly, I think doesn't she snort how did you guys do the snorting bit?
Right. Okay. I'm going to ruin a bit of movie magic for people. I'm so sorry. Because of, I believe just network and just being appropriate on TV, they didn't want to see too much literal snorting, implied. So what we did was we actually crushed up a bunch of mints, which I fully did all of that stuff. And I watched lots of videos on YouTube to learn how to properly do this stuff. And then we had like one of the tools that you would use to normally snort it, but I was using my mouth.
Got it.
It was basically just eating a bunch of mints. They actually had something in the tube to make it less harsh, but it didn't work as nice. Secretly, I was in a room with a bunch of camera guys, and I went and I just pulled it out, and then I just had so many mints because it wasn't working well, and I was getting frustrated, and I wanted it to look really cool. But later on, there's this scene. There's flashbacks to the bridge where she is also just doing a little sniff, and that was also stuff that was obviously very fake, but a bit did get in my nose. It helped look real, so that was cool.
And then I know your roommate character is smoking pot. What are you guys smoking is that just all VFX or is it like
I actually don't know what she was smoking. It was
Okay.
herbal. It definitely wasn't real.
Sure.
It does create smoke. And I remember one scene, she really was coughing quite a bit, MJ, because I think it was pretty harsh. But it worked and it was really funny.
Yeah, that works.
She also said that I think she's smoked weed on a couple of sets. So she was kind of used to it. Not literally, but as a character. Like I think she's in Gen V, and I'm pretty sure her character smokes a bong in that. So she's a pro. She's a pro playing.
She's pothead.
It was always really cool. It was really fun to also get to be in our dorm room because I think that was inspired on. Not sure if it was based off Amanda, our director, or Amanda's sister's dorm room. It was like really inspired off a real dorm room, and it was giving major 2008 vibe.
That's amazing.
What's it like coming into a show where you kind of had a built-in audience in a way, thanks to Mel and Winona. So you had these fans ready to watch it, embrace it, and support Mel, and then support you. And they've embraced you as well in the show and have supported it from the get-go. And now you're in this world of fandom had a lot of them came over from Winona, but now they're fans of Revival. And what's that been like? The support from the fans, probably almost from the start.
It is so cool. I was really, really nervous. Just to be, I mean, look, again, like the first time having such a bigger role in a show, that puts pressure on anybody, of course. And then also just it coming from an adaptation of something. I knew that there were already fans and people that this was very important to. And I'll never forget this. Well, all the actors gave me a lot of advice, David and Andy especially, because they've also been on so many series and have experienced different fandoms and everything. But I remember one day just having a really long talk with Mel and saying, like, I'm really nervous. And she said, Two things. One, never read anything online, which I'm sorry, but I suck at that. I read everything online.
I don't see how you can't. I mean, there's got to be a curiosity.
No, she's tough. I don't know how she does it. But I remember just saying to her, I was like, I'm nervous, what if people don't like me, or what if they don't like the show? That would upset me more than them not liking me, honestly, because we've put so much hard work. And her words were, Erpers. Well, the Earpers are pretty cool because they support cool people and watch cool shows. So anything you do, they will support, even if they don't like it. They'll always have your best interest at heart. And she told me that's why, as an actor, she feels safer to make these risks, because she has this fandom that really just supports and loves and wants to see her create and work. And I've really felt nothing but the same from everyone. And I knew that going in, but just, seeing what's online and seeing friends who are on shows that have experienced things that haven't been the same of what I've experienced, there's this natural fear and honestly like anxiety surrounding it. And luckily the Earpers and now everyone else who's joined the Revival fandom has just made me feel so safe and seen and excited, and just excited to hopefully make more Revival and also just work on other things, because I feel like they're just genuinely supportive. And I get it. I mean, who wouldn't support Mel? But luckily she said, if I love you, then they'll love you. And I feel that. So
How was the virtual convention? So you and I talked on Comics Revival weekend. How was the rest of that weekend for you?
it was awesome. I have never felt so excited to speak to people. Like it was also really cool. I'm not somebody who's used to the Twitter world, but I joined for the sake of live tweeting because I know that's something Mel does and seems to love so much, and the fans really loved it. And I felt like I got to make so many friends, like online friends, and I've never been a part of this world really. And then to meet people and see them, and I'm like, wait, your name, but that's not your photo, or I've seen you and we've talked actually, but we don't know each other. And just to make friends, I feel like I don't love the term fan. I don't know why. It's even like when people used to call me a Justin Bieber fan, I'm like, I'm not a fan. I'm family, okay? Like, I don't think you are. But it feels like that's what this has really become. It just feels like a really big family. And like, it really seems like I got to talk to a lot of people that different stories in Revival really touched too. I got to speak to somebody who's lost a best friend to OI, and that conversation was just like so special and something that will always stay near and dear to my heart. So just to get to also be a part of something that's touched so many people and has made people feel seen is just the biggest reward ever. That's what I love to act for many reasons, but just to be somebody that somebody can turn on the TV and relate to is objectively the coolest part of the job.
What was your big fan besides Justin Bieber? Was there a show that you were? I mean, I get it, Justin Bieber.
Big fan.
Was there a show that you were like you'd say like upper level or Revival fan level of a particular show when you're growing up that you just absolutely loved? You would have gone to a convention for, or
Yeah, Hannah Montana. It really was Hannah Montana. Like I was a real fangirl of, I'll tell you, I went by Romy Bieber for a very long time, to the point where some of my teachers were really confused because they were like, why is she signing her test Romy Bieber? I had an unhealthy obsession with her. That's very, very true. Definitely a fangirl in that sense, but I used to watch Hannah Montana, and I think like I joke that sometimes maybe a part of me wanted to be Hannah Montana in the sense of like living a double life of, and that's kind of what I felt like I was doing as a kid when I started auditioning. I kept it kind of private because people didn't always understand the audition world. So it'd be like, oh, did you get it? Or when do you hear back? And it's like, oh, I might never hear back. I'm probably not going to hear back. And to explain that to your friends when you're 12 or 13 is really difficult. So instead, I just might not tell my friends that I was leaving school early for an audition. So I think I kind of pretended like I was living a secret double life, like I was Hannah Montana after hours. When I was going to auditions, I was no longer Romy from school. But I really loved Lily. I always loved the best friend of the lead on every show, pretty much. I always felt like they were the funniest parts. And I also loved Rico. if you guys remember.
I think I do. Wait, I'm looking him up because I think I know who you're talking about. I saw a little of, Hannah
What?
Montana. By the way, I think everybody would want to be Hannah Montana, whether they admit it or not. Like,
Right?
had this cool professional life, but then you could be like unknown when you wanted to be.
Right, normal person.
It's so cool.
Oh, I totally remember
A lot
Rico.
of
Yeah.
really famous people wish that they did the Hannah
Oh,
Montana
yeah.
lifestyle.
100%. It would make life so much easier.
That was I will say in my adult life though, I'm unhealthily obsessed with White Lotus. Like
I was going to ask, so what are you watching
Really?
now? So White Lotus. Okay.
to a fault, like season 3, I got really obsessed. It was like I felt like these people were in my life and I was making all these conspiracy theories. And my dad was like, "You're not solving the case. Like, first of all, there's no real problem. Second of all, we're not on the resort. We never would be there. And if we were, I would probably take us off." Because he's like, "You think you can solve this whole problem way too quickly." That I also just love Modern Family. That's something that really got me through revival also. I didn't really watch too much TV. I felt like I was surrounded by all this drama all day on set. Obviously, not when we weren't filming, then it was fun. But I just didn't want to commit. I think I watched a bit of Monsters when I was there, and I was like, maybe this isn't the show I should be watching right now. So I just watched a lot of Modern Family, and I just feel like it's just a classic.
It's a good comfort show.
Yes, for sure. And then I will get out of this topic because I can talk for hours, but I also currently love Dancing with the Stars. And that was also something I got into during revival. I took over my TikTok For You page, and one night I just didn't have anything to watch. And I think I'd been through all of Modern Family like 3 times. I was like, let's give it a shot. I did this as a comfort show. No. Every day, the next day on set, I'd come crying and I'd be like, "You guys have to watch Eric Roberts crush it, okay? He's getting so much better." And then I would get really upset when people would get knocked off. So it's a bit of an emotional roller coaster, but I'm so like this year, Andy Richter is doing so well, and that's what I'm proud of. That's what it's about.
Awesome.
I have a question. I know what's his name? Crocodile Hunter's son is
Yes.
amazing.
So good.
So I was thinking about watching it because I like Elaine Hendricks because she's a huge animal advocate. Is she still on? How's she doing? Did she get kicked
Yes.
off?
She's still on.
I need to watch her. I wanted to watch for her. So
He is actually so good, and I know she has a history in dance already, and she had said that.
that's cheating, but still, I hope she does well.
I love that because I live with my parents still, and well, I'm in the process of hopefully moving out, but I'm living with them, and I was watching with my mom. My dad came downstairs and watched, and he was saying like, "Oh, that girl's really good," and I said, "Oh, she went to school for dance." He was talking about Whitney from My Secret Lives of Mormon Wives, The Secret Lives of Mormon Wives, and he said that's cheating also. And I was trying to explain to him, I was like, but they get ranked accordingly. Okay. That's like Charlie D'Amelio won, but she was ranked in a much tougher, like Andy Richter might get an 8 one week, but his 8 is very different to Whitney's 8.
Right.
I see.
So
Okay.
They even said this year there's sort of 2 competitions, the beginner competition and the advanced competition.
Oh, okay.
Well, it's fun to see the ones with no training. It's fun to see both sides of it.
That's
The
nice.
people with training and the ones with no training.
Then people are like, there's all this controversy. Some people are like, well, Andy Richter isn't a dancer. And I'm like, but that's part of the show too. He's improving every week, and he comes and he makes me cry every time he dances. Honestly, I think I'm on the same page as everyone, but I think week 2 people were sort of expecting him to go because he's not the strongest dancer. But I was trying to explain to my parents that's not what the show's about. The show's about doing something that's out of your comfort zone, trying to improve, learning about. It's also dance is hard.
It is hard. Their training is hard.
Their background in dance is a lot of like tap and jazz, but not ballroom and
Right.
salsa, and I don't know the other ones.
They do all sorts of different styles, right? I mean, they change it up every week, right?
Yeah, they do. It's good. I highly recommend.
I'll have to check back into it.
Only note I have is that the show, it's the same with American Idol. I watch American Idol still. The show could be done in 2 hours, but they make it a 3-hour show. So it's tough when you're watching live.
Yeah, of course.
You still do they vote live? Is this a show where you can vote, or do they judges only vote?
You can vote. I
Okay.
don't
Uh-huh.
because I think I would get hit with a lot of charges because I'm not from states. And I gotta tell you, I'm gonna sound so lame. I would feel guilty. Like I can't choose who to vote for. It's not nice. Because then I'll feel responsible if somebody gets voted off. I'll take it way too personally and I'll be like, this was all my fault.
I did this.
I
My
get it.
one vote ruined this for this person.
I get it. I'm the one who can't vote in the Fat Bear contest because I feel bad for the bear I don't vote for. So I understand.
And it infuriates me because Wendy, they don't know. The bears don't know that you're
don't care.
voting for them.
Yes, they do.
Are you aware of the Fat Bear Week, Romy? Are you aware of this?
I don't, but I'm thinking about the Bears and they might know.
Have you
Very smart.
Have you not heard of Fat Bear Week?
No, please
Oh,
tell me.
Romy. Okay. Quickly. In Alaska, there's a high concentration of grizzly bears. And in this one particular park, Katmai Park, they have these webcams set up all over the park. And it's when the salmon are running is when the bears come out and gorge so that they can get fat for hibernation. So they come out of hibernation, they're all like stumbling around and they're hungry. So they just start eating, gorging on all these salmon in the river. And so there's a competition called Fat Bear Week. So it's sort of the culmination before they start heading into hibernate. They have a before picture of like the raggedy, like skinny bear. And then the after, and they're just like big old plump bears, big old butts. And you get to vote on, they have like a bracket. So it's like, okay, 815 against, 725. Like, who's fatter? It's amazing. It's captivating, and I love it.
Oh, I'm so sending this to my family group chat after. Everyone
can't believe you don't know about-
we're all gonna place bets too.
I'll send it to you.
Sweet.
It's all over Instagram. I'll send you some reels. You'll love it.
Oh my gosh, I'm actually really excited. My dad's gonna love this. He's gonna love
And the webcams are up all year round. So even if you just want to see like this beautiful shot of a river and the sun coming up in Alaska, it's just like so calming and relaxing.
I've never heard of this in my life.
I can't believe it. Okay, I'm gonna send it to you.
I'm way too Canadian.
Well, yeah, Canadian, you guys got bears all over the place, so it's not a big deal.
We don't have fat bears. We don't have fat bear contests that I'm aware of, at least. Maybe we do. Apparently, I don't know.
Well, it's okay. Now you're in for some great content.
Oh, I'm so excited.
So it sounds like when so because Revival, again, I keep saying this intense show. When you come home and you need to decompress, how do you take care of yourself besides watching Dancing with the Stars? Like, how do you take care of yourself so that you can show up on set and do your best and then go home and be Romy?
Yeah. Somebody gave me this tip that I wish I had known earlier in Revival, but I'm somebody who really relates to music and I use music a lot for my characters. I make playlists. So somebody actually suggested make a after set playlist with music that you don't listen to on set. That music has nothing to do with your character. That's very Romy. So like a lot of which I think I actually subconsciously was doing this is I would listen to a lot of Sabrina Carpenter. Her new album had come out and that's like very pop and fun and dance music. And that's not at all what I was listening to on set. So usually what I would do is I'd come home and first thing I would do is usually try, depending on the time. I don't really speak to anyone during the day when I'm working besides the people I'm working with. So I always just try to like shoot my loved ones a message, just like my mom and dad, being like, hi, I'm home from work. I love you. Long day. I'll text you tomorrow or I'll try to call you later. They're usually asleep by the time I'm home. What I often did was also text my partner, who was always helpful because I'm the big talker in our relationship and he's a very wonderful listener. But because of that, sometimes I'd be like, I don't have much to talk about. I've been talking all day.
Yeah.
I'm sick of hearing myself speak. And he would be like, I didn't do much today, so let's Netflix party. And we'd sometimes throw on a movie. And Netflix party, if you know what that is, it's a Chrome extension that a lot of people use during COVID. And when I told Mel that we did that, she loved that. She said her and her husband were going to maybe start to do that when she would work from home too, because it's such a nice way of being together, but not needing to talk so much, or which, not that I don't love, we know I love to talk, but that's what it would just be, like a nice decompressing time. But also what I felt like a lot, which was really nice when I had visitors, was like it was just nice to feel like somebody was there without them being there sometimes too. So thank you, Jordan. But the biggest thing for me would just be a shower. And I know that sounds so silly, but that's why I would come home, maybe send a text to somebody, maybe plan a movie with Jordan, but say like, I'm going to go take a shower, and I'd blast Sabrina Carpenter, and I would just shower everything off. And just like, especially when I'd wear the wig, my hair was all gelled back, or, and the side part is just full of hair gel. So just to get the side part, get like my hair more like me, and just feel fresh and kind of just wash everything off feels really good to me. I have a great story though. So in New Brunswick, I had these really sweet neighbors that I became friendly with. They had just moved from South Africa, actually, and my family's South African. So, and I had so much South African chocolate and stuff with me. So I ended up giving them some because they couldn't find in New Brunswick, but I brought from a South African store by my house. And they had said to me one day, they like just knocked on my door just to check in because we became friends. They had a daughter a little bit younger than me. They're just like, hey, your hours are so weird. You're barely here. We just want to check in, make sure you're okay. Like, do you have food or anything? They were very sweet. They were always cooking and offered me food. And I said, yeah, I'm good. Thank you. I'm so sorry. Am I waking you up? Me being so Canadian, I'm so sorry. Am I waking you up when I get home at like 3 in the morning, or I'm leaving at 4 in the morning? I said, no, not at all. And they were like, sometimes we just hear singing from our upstairs neighbors. It's quite crazy, but like, that's it. That's all we hear late at night. And I'm like, oh yeah, that's so weird.
Oh no.
They're like, yeah, it's fully from our. There must have been a weird bed. It happened from me. Like they're like at very strange hours. The only weird noise we hear is singing, and I'm like, so weird. I don't seem to hear anything. And I just remember going into my apartment, and I think I called my mom right away, and I was like, I am traumatized right now.
Oh no.
I've been singing Juno, as in like, which is a song about wanting to have a baby, okay? By Sabrina Carpenter. I was singing Juno all night, or like Please, 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 or Espresso or something. And I'm like, oh my God, these people are trying to sleep at 3 in the morning, and I'm screaming Sabrina Carpenter. I had no idea. So I really chilled with my music after that, but I would still listen. I just wouldn't be jamming out as loud.
I see.
Depending on the hours.
Busted.
I forgot about that story until the other day when I was telling somebody this. They're like, do you have neighbors? I was like, yeah, we barely spoke. And then the few times we did, I was just really embarrassed. They're really, 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 really sweet people.
Well, it sounds like they kind of wanted to take care of you. I love that they were like checking in and bringing you food. That's so sweet. That must have been like a nice little like, away from home family that would kind of felt like they were taking care of you.
Yeah, it was really, I think we moved in at around the same time. And yeah, they were really sweet. And then it was also really nice because my mom came to visit for a few days at a point, and they were so excited because she was able to get them certain South African foods from the store that we have in Toronto, and she brought them with, and we just all became such nice friends. South Africans are very warm and lovely, or so I think so, because my parents.
What part of South Africa?
They're from Joburg.
Okay, I visited there back in 2017 and did safari down in Madikwe. And
wow.
It was lovely. I had to do a little tour of Joburg, and yeah, everybody's like, yeah, it's called Joburg. So, but yeah, I loved it. I'd love to go back sometime. It was wonderful.
Yeah, it's very. I haven't been. I went when I was 6, and I don't remember anything really.
Yeah.
But my cousin who still lives there, who's one of my best friends, is getting married. She's not getting married in Johannesburg. I don't know where she's getting married. I'm so sorry, Kira. But she's getting married in South Africa. So I'm hoping to get there in March just to go.
Oh, that'd be
celebrate
good.
with her.
Nice.
Well, we have a last few questions about Halloween. I don't know how much of a Halloween person you are, but on the snob
Last night.
Do what?
I went to a haunted house last night.
Okay.
Oh, okay.
So
Are you very scared in haunted houses, or are you the brave one that goes first?
No, so we went to something called Fear Farm, Highly recommend if you live in Ontario. It's at Snyder's Farm. And there were, I think, 7 different haunted houses.
Oh, wow.
And you do a haunted hayride at the end, which was so cool. There were 2 houses that freaked me out, and I had really good screams. One of them was a clown house, so
Oh,
that
no.
really does it for me.
Nope.
The other ones, it was pretty tough.
Well, that's good. I'm
scared.
chicken.
I like the jump scares.
Nice.
No, but he's like, no.
Yeah, I'm the one that's in the middle or the back, or probably in the middle. So I have people ahead of me or behind me, and I'm just ducking down the whole time. I'm a chicken. Do you have a favorite Halloween candy?
Ooh. Ooh. Okay. Oh, I can't choose favorite candies. That's so hard. All of them. But I'm at this. I don't know if you have this in the States, which I'm sure you do. But okay, you know how there's the main box, which has the Kit Kats, the Arrows, the Smarties, whatever. There's the other box that people really sleep on that has the Mr. Bigs and the, I think, O. Henry and the Crunch bars.
Okay.
Uh-huh.
Mini Mr. Bigs.
I don't think we have Mr. Bigs.
They're good.
What is a Mr. Big? What's it made of? What's in there?
So it's chocolate and it's kind of clustery and it has some wafer bits in it. It's kind of like a chunkier Kit Kat-esque, but chewier.
Oh.
They're really good. And I was talking about this with somebody the other day, and they're very underrated. And I've never had a big one. I've only had the mini ones,
Funny.
but it's in the box that everyone sleeps on.
Oh, that looks delicious.
It's Cadbury. Cadbury's good chocolate.
Yeah, it's really And then the other one would probably have to be like mini Sour Patches.
Okay.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Okay.
But I also
This is
mini Swedish fish.
Squish fish.
Oh,
Is that like
Swedish
a
fish.
Swedish fish?
Yeah, they're really good. Not to be lame, because I know again people sleep on those, but the mini ones, the mini is always better.
Okay. Good to know.
This is a big point of contention with the Snop and our friends. Candy corn. Which side are you on? Love it, hate it, neutral? No?
Yes.
Not a candy corn?
Hate it.
Oh.
Hate
Romy's
it.
my people.
So sorry. Like
Disgusting.
I don't get it. I agree. I just don't get it. I remember as a kid being so excited to try it because you see it in the movies all the time. And I remember my mom giving it to me like this biggest smile on her face, just knowing exactly the reaction I was going to give her. And it tastes like chalk. I just don't get. And look, I don't like to yuck people's yums because I like very interesting things that people probably would not like. But for candy, it makes no sense.
Yeah, why waste your time?
Exactly.
It's not either or. It's in addition to the other candy. It's a nice enhancement to the rest of the
Just take
candy.
a spoon of sugar and stuff it in your mouth. Like that's more. I'd get more enjoyment out of that, I think, than candy.
I think it's a texture thing for me. I
Okay.
think that's what it might be.
I
It's
can see that.
chalky taste when you bite into it. I like it before you bite into it.
It
Right before
looks
you bite
pleasant.
into it.
Yeah, it's really pretty.
It looks like Halloween.
It's
did you have-
gorgeous.
Yeah, it's a decoration. Did you have a favorite Halloween costume when you're growing up, or now?
Oh.
Your current one?
Now, okay, last year it was so lame of me, but we were working. Okay, a really quick story about Revival.
Please.
I missed Halloween last year on set. I don't know where. I think I might have gone home for a few days, like to Toronto, and everyone dressed up incredibly on set. It is amazing. Like people dress up as each other, which was really good too. Dan Canby, our head of hair, dressed up as Dana. It was so good. It was so good. But for a little party that we had on the weekend in New Brunswick, I bought this skull scarf, and it just has a very special place in my heart now because it was to just embrace M. I just wanted to do something very small. But that one has a small, I know it's lame, but that has a really good place in my heart. And then one year, my partner and I, we did Ron and Hermione.
Nice.
Oh, great.
And I just think it was really good because he'll say he's not, but he is ginger. He's like blonde ginger. And I always I had a teacher that used to call me Hermione all the time when I was a kid because she thought I looked like her.
I can see your resemblance.
I think as a kid, especially, like she meant like when we were kids, we really looked like each other too.
Mm.
And then I have a soft spot. There's a really cute photo of me dressed up as Hannah Montana with a wig on. So
Nice.
that one's pretty fire if I say so myself.
And for the record, all the you've said it like maybe 6 or 7 times, and you're saying I know it's lame. Everything you said, nothing's lame about it. So.
No.
Well, I'll say I think the costume last year was a bit lame because it wasn't full out. Like it was just a scarf. It was something I wasn't sure if people were dressing up, which not some people went full out, some people did not dress up.
Right.
And so I say it's lame because I shouldn't have cared whether or not people were dressing up. If I wanted to, I should have.
I see.
But I think I did what was right for me in the moment. And now this year, I have a really cool costume idea if we end up doing anything. But my partner and I are secretly 80 years old and like to be asleep by 9 p.m. But if we do anything, we're gonna do Deal or No Deal.
Okay.
Yes.
So like you have like the briefcase and
Yes, and he will wear a bald cap.
Oh my gosh, that's funny.
You're really good.
You can't touch him. You can't. He's got
Nope, absolutely.
Yep.
That was an idea. I think I saw it on TikTok the other day, and I was like, "Yep, I want that
Oh, that's
one."
funny.
That's great.
Can I ask? Can I ask you what your favorite Halloween candy is in costume? Because I'm just curious.
Oh, Halloween or no Halloween, Reese's is my number one. It's probably a pretty standard answer, but Reese's is the GOAT.
People that are like diehard Reese's fans, though, are diehard Reese's fans.
Yeah.
That's what I find. And I love Reese's, but it's not, if they're there, I will definitely eat them, but it's not something I'm going to pick up necessarily.
Right. I love a Kit Kat and I love a Twix. I like I need crunchy. Yeah. I need the crunchy and the chocolate. That's my jam.
So fair.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
I think I'm a Twix girl too, actually. My sister's definitely
Twix
Reese's.
are great.
I love Twix.
I don't say no to any chocolate in any form,
No.
but Reese's is number one.
Costume. Favorite costume. I'm trying to think. As a kid, I'm trying to think. Wendy, do you have anything?
Probably when I was young, Darth Vader, because back in the day,
awesome.
of course, it was the store-bought little plastic mask that came with a cape. I don't remember. I just remember going as Darth Vader, because of course, probably most people I knew were Star Wars people.
Sure.
Ooh, maybe I want to do Star Wars this year.
Are you a Star Wars fan?
Okay, so I have a confession. I watched Star Wars for the first time this year.
Great. That's good.
Never too late to start.
I loved it.
Right?
I loved it. I've only seen one.
Mm-hmm.
Wait, maybe I've seen two.
Is it?
Well,
are we talking original?
Original.
Okay.
I've seen some of the series
mm-hmm.
as well. The most recent series, I forget which one it's called.
Andor?
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay.
I watched some of that as well, just because I wanted to get a feel for the world, and I liked it. But I will say you got to start with the originals when you're introducing
100%.
yourself to a new world.
Absolutely. Got to.
But there's two remakes or sequels that I prefer better than the original, and one of them is very controversial. But Little Woman.
Oh, you mean film remake?
Yes.
I like
Oh,
yeah.
I was like, that's not a Star Wars movie.
I was like, what?
Oh, sorry. No, so off topic. I just had to say that Greta Gerwig's Little Woman is the best Little Woman in my opinion.
Oh, it's great.
I know a lot of people get really upset with me for that one, but I stand by it. And then
Florence Pugh, come on.
Yeah, it had Florence.
Pew, pew, pew.
You can't go wrong. Yeah.
She is amazing.
and have you seen Freakier Friday yet?
No.
Not yet. Not yet.
You have to. I haven't seen Freaky Friday in a really long time, but I gotta tell you, I think this was better. It may be different, better, but they did I've never seen, I was kind of a little iffy going into it because I really grew up with Freaky Friday and I went with one of my best friends to the movie theater. I think a theater experience always amplifies things.
Yeah.
And just the whole theater was crying of laughter and I felt like they did such a good job. I find a lot of remakes sometimes make fun of the newer generations, and they poke a lot of fun versus just embracing that is who we are. And I felt like Freakier Friday did a really good job at embracing the difference between the generations, but not pointing fingers or making anyone seem better than the other, and just trying to learn from each other. And I think they did a really, really good job. So, and even Lindsay Lohan and Jamie Lee Curtis say that this one's better because they had 2 additional people join their family, which is very sweet and cute. But you can tell, like, I think Lindsay Lohan is just, I'm so happy to see her back and crushing it. And Jamie Lee Curtis is the greatest of all time.
She is the GOAT.
Yeah.
She is the GOAT. So
Yeah, she's amazing.
highly recommend that. Those are, look, maybe when I get to other Star Wars remakes, I'll have wonderful things to say. But
Well,
I got to start with the movies, I think.
I think you're right.
well, that's between my cat and myself. The second one is the best.
Yeah. Empire
So,
Strikes Back.
Yeah.
Okay, noted. So then I feel like I would know then. I might have started it and then decided to step away because
Yeah.
I have a tough time with movies.
Okay.
I have to really fall in love in the first 3 minutes for me to be able to sit there for 2.5 hours.
Got it.
Less I'm in a theater. That's why I love a theater experience.
That's totally fair.
Well, and our last Halloween question, it's related. Do you have a favorite horror movie? Or one that just, or is there one that you will never watch again because it's too scary?
There's one I'll never watch, period. I will never watch The Exorcist.
That's the one I will never watch again. So
Yeah.
I get it. I get
It's
it.
intense.
Never watch it.
I will never watch it.
Nope.
I have a really vivid memory of a boy in my class in grade 4 telling me the story of it, and I slept in my parents' bed for 2 weeks. So, in the spirit of that, which by the way, we're now friends, so that's okay, but it was very traumatizing at the moment. I would say my favorite, look, there's some classics like Halloween Town never fails. Those are just
Horrible.
classic good ones. But horror movie wise, I think Black Phone is so good. And Black Phone 2 comes out next week, and I'm
Yeah.
really excited for it. So
I
I'm
love Black Phone.
I heard it was good. Yeah.
It's very good. It's creepy. It's the perfect amount of like this could sort. Long Legs 2 is really good. Like those movies where this feels not super supernatural and like this could possibly kind of happen in real life. Those are the ones that freak me out the most. I'll quickly plug. There's Revealer that Luke Boyce and Tim Seeley worked on. And then also Aaron B. Koontz has a new movie called Shelby Oaks that is a horror movie that's coming out.
Nice.
And I'm going to see that this week in the spirit of Halloween. So
Nice.
I think those are 2 great Halloween movies too, just to support the people I love.
Good plugs.
And then also, there's lots of horror people on our show that have done lots of horror movies. So if you miss Revival, friends, go stalk their IMDb's and go support their horror movies because they're great too.
Romy, this has been such a pleasure. Thank you for joining us. We would love to have you back sometime if you have your next project that you want to talk about when you guys get season 2. We would love to have you back on. It's been such a pleasure, and we're just big fans. We appreciate you coming on.
No, thank you so much. I'll speak to you whenever, Kat, and Wendy. Same goes for you now. So it's such a pleasure. I had so much fun with you the other day, and I've spoken to so many people. So I'm just so excited. And as soon as you messaged me, I was like, "Are you kidding? Yes, I'm in." Easiest yes ever. So anytime you need anyone on your episode, and then hopefully we've got more to talk about in the future.
Well, you're very sweet. We appreciate you.
Thank you so much.
This is Tara, as you can probably guess. I was not present for the interview. I was sick this past weekend when that interview was recorded, so I did not get to participate in the fun.
Very sadly. You were missed.
Mm-hmm.
Romy sends her love. She says,
No.
get well.
She was adorable. She was very delightful.
She's great.
Yeah.
And yeah, I hope we have an opportunity to talk to her again, either with Revival season 2 or anything else she does, because she's great. We love supporting good people, and she's definitely at the top of now one of my favorite guests that we've had.
And you might not have seen it, but she showed us her sister's dog. Oh,
Yes, Lou.
so cute. Lou was
Yeah.
adorable.
What kind of dog?
What did she describe it as? Like so it was supposed to be like a doodle something, but
Labradoodle.
it was a black with a black nose, just the sweetest eyes. She picked it up and
Like kind of
just
wiry,
kind of wiry,
haired,
but yeah,
yeah.
just the sweetest
But
expression.
like she picked her up and she was just kind of like,
Oh.
Like,
very
I'm just
chill.
happy to be here.
yeah. So and of course, Romy, team no candy corn.
Oh yeah.
That's another reason I love her. Put that in the archives.
I feel like I might get a pro candy corn vote in the next
We'll
couple
see.
weeks.
We'll see. Should we tell the folks who we're talking to next week?
Sure.
Okay. Luke Boyce, one of the showrunners and creators of Revival the Show. It's like Revival Month here. How great is that?
Spooky. Yeah.
Spooky Halloween. So yeah, look forward to that next week. And listen, let's look ahead. We're not going to say anything now, but we have some exciting things coming. As we get closer to the new year, we'll make some announcements, but we have some exciting stuff coming, guys. I think everyone here at the Snop family is we're gonna have some fun. It's gonna be a fun couple of
I think they will be pleased.
will be pleased.
You got it. You can't be stagnant. You got to keep moving. You got to keep changing. You got to keep people on their toes.
Like a centaur.
Yeah. Always trotting.
Always try.
You never know
Just
which
keep
way
trotting.
we're going to go.
Just
Yeah.
keep trotting. All right.
All right.
Well, still around the Twitter at Snot Podcast with 1D, and we're still flying high at the blue sky at She Knows It All.
Hey, nice job.
Yeah, nice. Okay.
Brain
we're
sponsored
on-
by Amarula.
And we are on Facebook. It's a classic. And Instagram. At She Nerds Out Podcast.
Thanks for that.
You can reach out to us in a couple of ways. You can send us an email at shenerds@gmail.com, or you can go to our website, shenerds.out.com. You can send us a voicemail, which is really fun. You can send us a message through the website. While you're there, why don't you take a look around? You can check out some merch. You can buy us a beer, which helps us to keep afloat. Get caught up on old episodes. It's one stop snopping.
Leave us a review. We want to know that we're loved.
Yeah, we'd love a review. We got one.
We like compliments.
Yeah, we had a.
I mean,
We actually
if you've
love
got one.
compliments.
If you don't,
Email us.
Yes.
Said.
Constructive
Tell us
criticism. Email. Glowing review site on iTunes or Spotify. You can leave a rating on Spotify now.
we're everywhere.
Nice. Okay.
All right. Well,
All
that was
right.
fun. And we'll see you next week. And until then, She Nerds out.
Out.
She nerds out. We're girls that like dirty things. Dirty things.
I've heard my dog and cat are cuddling, so I have to go
You got to go.
see that.
That's important.
Cuddling.
Yeah. On the couch together.